Hello students and welcome to part 3, Measurement, Data Tables, and Error. Our essential question is, how do we measure variables, record our data, and estimate the error in our measurements? Part of your grade for this year will be showing that you can take accurate measurements, record data in a data table including the units, and estimate the error in each measurement. These skills will be collectively known as the SE1 experimentation proficiency and will be measured during labs. Here are some examples of variables we'll be measuring in labs and how you can measure them effectively. When you are recording data, it's important to set up a data table correctly. You should be sure to include column labels, units, enough data points to be able to see a trend. Typically, this is 5 or more points of data. And then you're going to repeat your data points at least 3 times in order to estimate error, especially important for high variations in measurement. At the end of your lab, we'll ask you to estimate any errors and uncertainty that might be present in the data that you recorded. You want to consider each variable on its own. You want to list specific things that could have caused measurements for that variable to differ from each other or from the actual correct value or the expected value. You want to estimate the total amount of uncertainty within 2 units in your data. And then you want to decide if your error is random or directional, if possible. The following is a sample of error analysis for measuring distance. As you can see, they identified likely sources of error. They added up all the uncertainty that they received in their measurements. And because the measurements could either be positive or negative, they concluded that the total error is probably random. This concludes our 3rd slide presentation. Thank you for watching. In order to summarize, we're going to revisit the essential question. How do we measure variables, record our data, and estimate the error in each of our measurements? It might be helpful to include your own example of an error summary at the end in order to show you know how to use the tool. All right, good luck.